Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hi. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, hello, how are you? I hope you are fine. Today we're gonna take Unit 8 in the park, okay? We have a conversation between a ranger and a boy and a girl. Here we have the ranger and the children, okay? Hey, don't do that. What? Don't drop letter U with the pen. I'm sorry, where is it? It's over there, it's under the tree. Oh, I see it, thanks. So here the ranger is the person who guard the garden, okay? And take care of anything in the garden. So when he saw the boy throwing something or threw his trash on the ground, so he asked him to put his trash in the recycle bin, okay, or in the trash bin. So here the ranger is the person who keep the garden safe and clean. So when he saw again the boy throwing his trash on the ground, he asked him to put his trash in the recycle bin or in the trash bin. Okay. Here we have another conversation. Whose wallet is this? The wallet is something in which we can put our money. Okay. It's for belonging. Whose wallet is this? It's for belonging something to someone. Okay. What color is it? It's green and yellow. Oh, it's mine. So he is talking about a wallet. Okay, whose wallet is this? Or whose book is this? Whose mobile is this? It's mine. So if this thing belongs to me, so I will say it's mine. Okay, and I'm asking with the belonging or about the belonging things for someone or for someone. We use whose wallet is this? We use the question word whose. And here we have some words: grass, snow, bone, bones, mountain, mountains, sand, wildlife, tree, trees, river, rivers. Okay, grass, snow, sand, wildlife, they are uncountable nouns. What are the difference between countable and uncountable? Uncountable, you cannot count them like sand. Can you count the sand? Can you count 1, 2, 3? No. Okay, can you count the grass? No. 1, 2, 3. I cannot count the grass. Can you count the snow? I cannot count the snow. Can you count the wildlife? I cannot count the wildlife. So I use there is. There is with sand, with wildlife, with grass, and with snow. Okay. Bone and bones. Bone and bones. Can we count the bone? Yeah, we can count them. 1 bone, 2 bones, 3 bones. Mountain. 1 mountain, 2 mountains, 3 mountains, tree, 1 tree, 2 trees, 3 trees, river, 1 river, 2 rivers, 3 rivers. Okay, so here we are talking about singular and plural. After there is, I put a singular noun. Okay, or I can put a uncountable noun. Uncountable, it means I not count them. There are, I count them, there are 2 bones, there are 3 bones, there are 3 mountains, there are 4 trees, there are 5 rivers. Okay, so there is, I put after there is a singular noun, and after there are, I put a plural noun. Okay, in this page 7, okay, there is some grass, there are some trees, there isn't any sand, there aren't any rivers. What is the difference between some and any? I use some for the positive sentences. So I can say there is some grass, there is some sand, there is some snow, there is some wildlife. So I use some in the positive sentences, and I use any for the negative sentences, like there isn't any sand, There aren't any rivers. There aren't any snow. There aren't any mountains. There aren't any rivers. There aren't any ponds. So we know that after there is, I put the singular noun, and after there are, I put the plural noun. Okay. I use some in the positive sentences, and I use any in the negative sentences. So I put some after there is. Okay. There are. And I put any, there isn't any, there aren't any. Here in this here in this page, we have some we have an exercise. We can do it with each other. Okay. Number one, there is or are. There are some trees. There are some trees. There are because trees, they are plural. There are some trees, and we use some in the positive sentences. There aren't any mountains. There aren't any mountains. We use aren't because of mountains, countable, okay? And any in the negative sentences. So number one, there are some trees, there aren't any mountains. There are some trees, there aren't any mountains. I use some in the positive, and I use any in the negative sentences. There is, I use there is in the singular, I use there are in the plural. Number two, there are some mountains. There are some mountains. I use are because of mountains, and I use some in the positive sentences. There aren't any trees. There aren't any trees. I use any after the negative sentences. Okay, who can share with me number three? I will open the microphone. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody?
Hello.
Hello. Who's talking?
Oh,
Who is talking?
أنا ياسين أنتي. ياسين محمد.
Yasin Muhammad Magdi?
أيوه.
Hello, yes, so how are you? You're missed. Can you share with me number three? Number three, snow. I will say there is or there are.
There is snow.
There is, that's right. There is some snow or any snow. There is
some
snow. That's right.
There is
some
snow.
There is some snow, and there isn't any. There isn't
some sand.
No, there isn't any sand. There isn't any sand.
There is.
Number three. Three. That's right. There.
Number five. Number five, Auntie.
Number four. Four, Yasin. Four. Number four.
Right. There is some sand.
That's right, huh? There isn't.
There isn't snow.
No, there isn't a some or any.
There isn't any.
That's right. There isn't any.
Any snow.
Yeah, there isn't any snow. Okay, number five. Who else? Krollos. Hello. Dina. Who is Dina? Dina. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Carlos, okay. Hiro, can you say number five?
Yes. Yes.
Go on. There is or there are about grass?
Yes.
Grass, there is or there are?
Are.
Are? No. Can I count the grass?
Yes.
Can I count the grass? Can I count the grass? One grass, two grass. Can I count them? Can I count it?
No.
No. So it will take there is some grass. There is some grass, not there are. There are for the plural. I cannot count grass, okay? There is some grass. What about rivers? Rivers, there is or there are? Rivers, huh? There is. Rivers, plural. There is or there are? There are. So here
There are.
Yeah, there aren't some or any. There aren't some or any.
Any.
Yeah, there aren't.
As some.
Yeah, there aren't any rivers. Thank you. There is some grass. There aren't any rivers. Okay. Turn the page 8. Here we have the final es, the plural with es. Box, boxes, bus, buses, pencil cases, sandwiches. Okay. Yasin, Yasu. Yasin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my dear. We have. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. We have five words. Okay. Number 1, keys. Keys.
Okay.
Ends with s or es. Keys.
Keys.
S or to make it plural. I will put s or es.
Yes.
No. That's only s.
That's one. Keys.
S.
Okay.
That's only s. That's right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Number 2, nurses. S or s?
Nurses. S.
No. es.
ايه ده انا متلخبط. لحظة ثانية
Yes.
هي يعني
Nurses. That's right.
DES.
Yes. Oranges.
Oranges. ES.
That's right. What else? Eggs.
Eggs. Eggs. ES.
Eggs. Yes. Why? No. Eggs.
S.
Yeah, that's right.
S. Yeah.
That's only S. Okay. Here we finish unit 8 in the part. Yasin, can you tell me what we talk in this unit in the grammar? What we talk?
In the
we talk.
There is. There are.
There are. We use there is with the singular and there are with the plural.
Plural.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, we use some in positive sentences or in negative sentences?
مش في النيجاتيف.
Oh, negative? No.
لا بقول مش not negative.
Some positive. Some positive. Any negative.
Okay.
Some.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Any. Some positive.
Any?
Positive.
No.
Negative.
Negative. That's right, Yasin. Some positive and any negative. That's right. That's right. Okay. There is some grass. There are some trees. There isn't any sand. There aren't any rivers. So I use some. After is you are, and I use any. Okay. After isn't and are or aren't. Any. After are or aren't. Hayasu. I use all.
ممكن تعيدي بس الحتة دي زي ما حضرتك عشان المايك بس بي.
Okay.
الو.
I use aren't.
المايك بس.
So I use some after is and or in the positive sentences, and I use any in the negative sentences.
أنا مش سامعة. في لايك في الصوت. تمام. هو بس عشان الصوت اللي بيعلق، بس بيلاج في الصوت، بيلاج في حاجة في الصوت.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Teacher Ivan channel, where we cover English grammar, unit by unit. In today's video, we will talk about how and when to use some and any. Before I start explaining, there are some things you need to understand. Like, what are these words? Here we have milk, a cat, bread, a sandwich, a glass, and rice. These words are called nouns. There are two types of nouns, countable and uncountable. Now, if you don't know what that means, those words come from the verb to count, which basically means to name the numbers, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. Also, this un means not. Okay, so now that we know all of that, pause the video and try to categorize these nouns as countable or uncountable. All right, let's see if you were right. The countable ones are a cat, a sandwich, a glass. The uncountable ones are milk, rice, and bread. Okay, so one question that you might have is, why is milk uncountable if I can count the cartons? That's exactly it. You can count the cartons, but not the milk inside it. The same thing goes for rice. You can count the bowls, not the rice in them. Notice also that singular countable nouns have a or un in front of them. In this case, we only have a, because none of our countable nouns start with vowels. If you're not sure what I mean by that, click on the link in the description of this video, where you will see the detailed explanation. So, with countable nouns, we can easily say something like, I want 1 cat, 2 sandwiches, or 3 glasses. And if we want to say something like, I want bread, rice, or milk, instead of numbers, we can say some. Some is used in positive sentences. As you can see here, we use it with uncountable nouns. However, we can also use it with countable nouns when we don't know the exact number of something. For example, if you see a jar of cookies, you can say, there are some cookies in the jar. Okay, now I need you to read these 2 sentences, pause the video, and try to transform them into their negative and question forms. Okay, now let's see if you were right. He doesn't want any milk. Does he want any milk? there aren't any cookies in the jar. Are there any cookies in the jar? As you can see from these examples, we can say that we use some in positive sentences and any in negative and question sentences. And we use some and any with both As always, don't forget to do your homework. The link is in the description of this video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, but above all,